Next, we have, so let's just set aside our friends here. Next, we have must. And must is different from must. What do I mean by that? We have a must that is obligation, right? For example, you must watch this video and you must not look at your cell phone checking what's or doing other things while you are paying attention to me, right? You must do it, otherwise I'll know you're not paying full attention to me. Got it? Obligation, right? Okay, that's must one. The second meaning for must is, let's put it this way, conclusion, right? Guys, I am in a room with an air conditioner. Don't worry, I'm alone here, so there aren't other people, so I don't need to ventilate the room, right? So I'm in a room with air conditioner. I can look through the window, and I guess outside it is pretty hot, you know? So I say, oh, it must be really hot outside. Got it? So it's like a conclusion. But then, guys, you may ask me, okay, if it's like a conclusion, like a probability that maybe it's hot outside, what's the difference between must and may? There are several ways to explain that, but one way I particularly like is may, we talk about deduction for the future. Must, we talk about deduction for the present. Let's get the example of raining, right? I look at the sky is clouded, right? Really dark, and no, not really dark, because I'm still in doubt if it will rain. So it's kind of dark, and then I say, oh, it may rain tomorrow, right? Or today, it may rain today, right? Okay, so it's a maybe for the future, right? Second example, I'm on the top of a mountain, and you know when you look at the distance and you see that right close to the horizon everything is very foggy, and you think that that thing may be rain, you know, and so you say, oh, it must be raining over there, right? So it's the noun, right? One more example, must. I see a guy driving a Ferrari, right? I look at him and say, that guy must be rich. And that guy must be extremely happy, all right? Of course, then I find out he isn't, right? Because money doesn't bring happiness sometimes. I have a nice story. Once I was walking on the street, you know, I had to walk from one of my jobs to the other one. And this guy, you know, passed by me in a beautiful car. I don't understand about the cars, but it's one of those Porsche or something. And he had like a beautiful woman beside him, right? And then so he just rushed by. And then I felt very miserable because I didn't have a car like that. And I was not married at the time. I didn't have my wonderful wife that I have today. And I felt really crappy, right? But something incredible happened, and that shows that God is good, right? After some blocks, you know, I saw the woman rushing out of the car and slamming the door and saying, and looking at him and saying, "You're a pig." You know, I felt so happy because, you know, his life is not so great after all, right?